Hey, want to put your business on a race car? Here's how. There's this really cool opportunity with a race in Iowa. You can be a part of it, and your business will be featured on the race car. And even if your business isn't based in Iowa, you can still participate. Just hit up this website for more info.
Guys, I'm looking for a sponsor for my race car. We're gonna be racing in the Midwest Street Stock Series. If you're a business owner and you want to get your name on my race car and be part of this Midwest Street Stock Series, I'm your guy. I'm looking for a sponsor for my race car. If you're a business owner and you want to get your name on my race car, I'm your guy. Let's go racing and let's go make it happen.
Hey, would you like to be a part of something really cool? We're looking for local businesses to partner with us for the upcoming races here in Iowa. In return, we can offer you a great deal of exposure as your business will be displayed on our race car and trailer, as well as a mention on our team's social media. This is a great opportunity for you to grow your business, as well as help support our team. If you're interested, please reach out to us so we can discuss this further. Thank you.
Well, howdy ho, all you beautiful 2B race fans. It's your boy Big Biz, back in action. Told you guys the plan is to do something every day to try to get this car going. Had to do some mowing today. Didn't get a lot done. But we're going to try to do something here. Got a little metal gasket kind of dealio. Went to Rural King, got some new bolts and washers. Got the old bell housing from the 60s. Hear that ring? Ow. That means it ain't cracked. She's a good one. If she's cracked, ain't gonna sound like that. Okay. Now. So here's our transmission. I gotta remember how it goes. Excuse me. Okay, so here's the old transmission. There we go. I think it goes like that. Okay. And this guy will go not like that. Get her face down a little bit more. There we go. How about like that? Is that the ticket? That's the ticket. Okay. Now the old bell housing. Oh no. That ain't good. Well, apparently they made different bell housings. I ordered this offline probably, about a year ago off of eBay. Huh. Well, that's going to put a damper in a few things. Because it don't fit. Okay. Well, that sucks. Okay, so maybe we can't use that one. I don't have time to order another one and get it in here. We got to get going on this. So 11/16. What we're going to do, I ain't playing around. Is it idea? No. Is it going to work? Yeah. Well, except for those aren't 11/16, those are 3/4. So let me get my 3/4 inch wrench. I got another bell housing. It's on the transmission currently, but it is cast iron, which will be stronger. So, you know, it's not as light. It's not as light. But sometimes, it's just going to be okay. If it fits and works, then I am not complaining. Like I said, it's crunch time, and this is just what we got to do. So, let me see if I can get a pad here. Here we go. I get these pads at work. All of our big parts come in it. It comes real handy doing stuff around the shop and getting down here on the old knees. Okay. All right. So let's get this dude off here. This is my old transmission, and then I upgraded to those fancy transmissions. Save the bolts because we'll probably have to use those, obviously, since they do fit the bell housing. Spidey webs everywhere. Still a good transmission. It's just upgraded to the racing transmissions. They're a lot lighter and a lot less rotating mass. That's the big advantages of them. And it's only it's a 2-speed. This is the old 3-speed Saginaw. Around here. This is the old 3-speed Saginaw. I mean, it worked great. Ear right there is cracked. It's been welded, but it looks like it's cracked a little bit again. But I kept this for a backup just in case. I still got the old clutch. Because you never know. But now that I have 2 transmissions, I always have a backup, no matter what. Okay. Greasy. Well, let's hope this will fit. Alright, let's see what I gotta do. I gotta take this guy out. This ought to just slide out. There we go. Hydraulic throwout bearing. Now, I wonder if that is a bigger hole. Well, I guess we're getting ready to find out, ain't we? Ugh. If not, well, I don't know what we're going to do. But, I gotta find something to wipe my hands off. Oh, here we go. Here's the rag. Get these bolts here. The old bell housing. Take her to the other shop. Yeah, she's a lot heavier. A lot heavier. That aluminum bell housing probably weighs about 2.5, 3 pounds maybe. This probably weighs 15 pounds. Doesn't sound like a lot, but... Okay. Let's see here. Here's the old tape measure. Let's see what we got. Oh, if it don't fit, I'm gonna have to try to figure out what's different, because I have the same transmission in this car. The same kind of bell housing. It fits just fine. This does not fit just fine. Okay, looks like we have 4 5/8. That should fit. Oh yeah, that one's different. Huh. All right, so what do? Let's see here. Let's pause this video, and I am going to take this bell housing and try to get her cleaned up a little bit. Oh man, try to get some of this grease off. I got some engine degreaser and stuff, so we'll be right back. Okay, so I actually read the instructions on that degreaser. I know. So it says to leave the stuff to soak for like 15 minutes. So I got her all foamed up there. I'm going to spray a little bit more on there. The other thing is this is just the cheaper engine degreaser. Nothing fancy. I think it was like $3 a can at Rural King. So we'll spray her down again. Now my neighbor's over there working on his church house. Okay, we got her foamed up pretty good. So we'll let her sit there for about 15 minutes like it says. We'll come back, turn the old hose on and spray her off and see if it does any work. It does any good. Tell you what, it's a warm day out. Of course, it's July, so it's gonna be warm. But okay. So we got a few things we got to do to this engine compartment. So I got to shave this tab off, if you could see it. Shave that tab off right there. Just about, I don't know, ½ inch to give me a little bit more clearance. And then we can, after I do that, driver's side's good. We can take my drill, mark the holes, drill the holes for the bolts, slide the bolts up through there, put a nut on it, hold it in place, weld the bottom of it. That way they're there. They're not going to go nowhere. We can take them out when we have to change engines or whatever. It'll be fine. We're going to go through these wheels over here and just find some that I can throw some air in, throw it on the car. Some of them still holding air. Those are probably the ones I picked. Air up the other ones on the other side, get the car back level. Oh, I ordered the drive shaft today. So that'll be coming in, and probably, let's see here. What is today? Today's Friday. So we got 2 more solid days to work on this car, on the Iowa car. Then we got to get on the car that we run now, because we have a double weekend coming up, the 12th and the 13th. So, but at the same time, we got to remember we're revealing this on July 27th. That's the D-Day. The wrap's paid in full, like I've said. He messaged me and said, I think he's going to get me on the list. So it shouldn't be too long. Let's see here. What else? I got a message from the engine builder, CJ. He sent me a little video. He started milling the heads. Got them all tore apart. Started milling the heads. So the rules state we have to have a 76 cc chamber head. According to the part number, I do. They allow 10 cc variants. So I can go down to a 66 cc. I told him I'd like to make him 67 to be on the safe side. So that is what the plan is. The gears came in for this housing. I got to get a hold of the guy at work, take them into him, get those changed out. Those will be the 600 gears for the car. Got the 600 in the car. Let's see here. I got the chassis all greased up, cleaned up. I do have to put, I got grease zerks right here because I'm missing two if you remember. I got to put those in, grease those up. The front end will be done. Once we get the tires aired up, then, so here's my plan, is I may work on this car. I may sacrifice a day on this car, okay, and work on this car tomorrow so that way I can get it all cleaned off, get the front end redone again like I've been wanting. If not, that's okay, because I am going to, it ought to still work out. So if I don't get the front end done, it should still be okay. The back end is what I'm worried about. So, I mean, I changed springs. I don't think it's the right way to go. I just have that gut feeling. But we are going to clean off the car, get it ready, and we're going to get it on the scales and just see where we're at, make some adjustments. If I need to change that spring, then I'll do it. It'll be fine. I got Kevin supposed to be coming over either Tuesday or Wednesday to help a little bit and see what we've got going on. I need to charge the battery in it, make sure it's ready to go. I did have a battery for this car. I bought it brand new, but I ended up using, let's see here, I think I ended up using it on this car because this battery went bad and I ended up using it on this car. So that is one thing that we'll have to get again, is a new battery for this car. Or no, I didn't. I used it for the Trans Am. That's what I did. So it's sitting over there in the Trans Am. I can still use it, but then the Trans Am won't have a battery. So I might as well just go buy another battery. Get that put in, get it ready to go. I still have to, I need to do this by next week. I don't have to do it by next week because for the reveal it doesn't matter, but for the race it does. Yeah, see, these belts expired June 2021. So they're kind of old, but I'm going to get some new belts, some up-to-date belts. So that way we have, there's no issues there. I've got the seat ready to go. It's over there in the corner. Nice padded seat for Guy. When we pull the seat out, I will have to, once we get the car moved over, don't forget I got to put the clutch pedal in. And I've got the clutch cable, the bleeder. I do have to get a clutch cable or a clutch line for the transmission to the clutch housing itself, or the booster part, not the booster, cheese. The clutch pedal reservoir. So we got to get that on, or we got to get that. Let's see here. Yeah. We are making progress, just a little slow. But it's okay, a little bit at a time. It'll add up. Let's see here. I got a new air hose for the air compressor here in the garage, so I don't have to keep going out to the trailer and getting that one in and out. Actually, I need to put it together so I can air up those tires. I got the headers for this car. I don't know if I really want to use them, but I don't know if I can use them with the mid plates the mid ear plates that I put in. So we've got to get on the ball, and that way I can try to get everything done up front, and I can try to put those headers in. I don't like these headers because they rest right against that starter, and I don't like that. But I don't think these headers that I have on this car, which is what I want for that car, will work. Because they come out, I mean, that's how I want them to be, but I don't think it's going to work. So I might not have a choice, which really sucks. Just the way this car was built. Can't do nothing about it. If I had my way about it, I would change it. Too late in the game for that. We got to get that torque converter off. That won't be too much of a problem. Then we've got to figure out the wiring. Put the rev limiter back in. I took it out because I was going to put it in this car. Shouldn't have done it. So now I got to put it back in. That shouldn't take long. We still got to find some plastic skirting. Still quite a bit to do. Okay, we took a little break. Got a few things going. Got some trash burning there. Got this hosed off. Don't know if the crud getter stuff really worked a whole lot, but we're going to take her in the shop anyways. But it is what it is. Got the air hose all put together. Got her on the air compressor. Got the tires aired up. Car's sitting better. We're going to get back on this transmission though. We got to get something done. So, here we go. Let's hope and pray that this goes our way. Okay. Beautiful. Fits like a glove. Okay, so now let's see what we got here. See if our new bolts are the same bolt pattern as the old one. Yep. Okay, so lock washer. Oh. Yeah, that stuff didn't work very well. Yeah. Let's see here. See if we can get this bottom one here in. Hate to do that. Where did my towel go? Let's get another towel, wipe some of this off. Stuff is old and greasy. The old race car wasn't built like the cars that I got now. It leaked a little bit of oil, I reckon. But I always added oil, so I know it was fresh oil in there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do this a different way here. Get this bad boy off. Now it don't want to come off. It's got to come off. And it went off. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now we can get to her. Now on this bell housing, the two bottom holes don't have any threads in it. They go straight through and they have a nut that goes on the back of them. Uh-oh. That one's a little too tall. So, we'll have to use a shorter bolt. So I got one right here. Let's see what we got. As long as we have good thread engagement. Okay. It's off center just a little bit. There we go. Now, these are like about 2 threads longer, so I'm going to use these old bolts. Still going to use the new hardware though, but I'll put a washer on this side. I'll put a lock washer on the other side. Okay. I think I'm going to, next time I get some engine degreaser, I'm actually going to get the actual orange can engine degreaser and see if that stuff works any better. I mean, I did get the cheapest stuff, I know, but sometimes that's what you got to do in life, get the cheap stuff, but sometimes it don't work out. Okay, so that's in, that's in. Gotta get this one in, and we can tighten her up. Ooh, I have to put this one in reverse because not enough clearance. Okay. So now I gotta find my wrench again. Gotta leave it over in the other shop. Did I bring it back? Did I put it in the box? Did I put it where it goes? Nobody knows. I can never find tools. What is this? 3/4. Let's give her a whirl, folks. This is better than a wrench. But I might have to have the wrench for the other bolts that go all the way through. I'll have to have a wrench for this one. Clearance reasons. Let's see here. Yep, I have to have a wrench for that. So let's find our wrench. Let's go on a hunt. Wrenchy, 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 wrenchy. I keep saying I got to clean this place up, which I really do. Well, here's a 3/4 right there. Yeah, I gotta get the girls out here and get this place cleaned up. I make the mess, let them clean it up. I'm just kidding. I don't like them cleaning stuff up because then when they do, I never know where anything is. I mean, I don't know where stuff is now, but it's worse whenever they do it. Okay, so okay. All right. So yeah, the only thing else we got to do is they've got this little guy right there, but we got to take that out. Take that out. That's the bleeder. We'll run. I got a remote bleed line so we don't have to get down on the ground to do it. Put the remote line on, mount it somewhere so we can get to it pretty easy. And when we get the clutch pedal put in, oh man. We'll get that clutch pedal put in, take that out, we'll get that new clutch line. I gotta get one, but I'll have to find out how long of one I need. I guess I can get an extra long one, and that way I'm covered, and I can run it however I want. Okay. Not too many threads engaged on that nut, but I mean it's still engaged. As long as it's tight, we don't want no slop to where it can flex. Okay, we'll call that tight. Go ahead and give this one a extra Yankee Doodle. Okay, that's tight. I think we're good. All right, so at least we got the bell housing on. Oh my gosh. I don't think that degreaser worked very well. But oh well, we got her on. Now the only thing we got to do is, like I said, run the lines. And I got to get a shifter. That's something else I got to get. Everything looks good though. I'll probably look at a shifter here in a little bit, go ahead and order it. That way it's on its way here. Transmission, ready to go in, besides the odds and ends. Now, the thing is I got to get a hold of CJ to see when he thinks that engine's going to be done. Well, here's the deal, is there some things that I don't have for it yet that I've got to get for it. But I can't get for it until he's done building it. Because, well, the clearances and need to get, looks like shaving cream. The clearances is one thing, and we've got to measure after he gets everything decked, and we've got to measure for our push rods so I can order the right push rods. Order the wrong push rods, that's a bad day. And then we have to measure to see what size rockers we need. 1.5s or 1.6, or maybe a mix and match of both. Which isn't a bad thing. Get that 1.6 on the, I think it's the intake side. Get a little bit more horsepower. They say up to about 30 horsepower and about 20 foot-pounds of torque just changing the rocker, because it gives it just a little bit more lift, and it hangs that valve open just a little bit longer to get to burn the fuel, and it builds horsepower. Okay, so I got the engine kind of moved over to that side. That way maybe I can get my grinder in there without pulling the engine up anymore. I get that ground off. We can get the holes drilled, get the bolts welded up in there. And that way we got the motor mounted. We could throw the transmission in. Even if, I hate pulling motors and stuff, but at least, because see, this is a new engine too. And it needs broke in. I need to know if it even going to run. I mean, the guy could have janked me. But we'll see. Plus, I would like to have it for a backup for the old girl here. Just in case something happens. Hope it doesn't, but you never know. Let's see here. So, let's talk about this car just for a minute, and then we're going to go ahead and go. This car here, I need to take the carburetor off. I've got this rebuilt, cleaned up. Got to tighten up my screws still. I didn't have my wrench inside. I'm going to put the old 2-barrel on and get it going and see if we're any faster. I know it sounds weird. I know it does. But the people that's beating us has 2 barrels. And I watched the video, and you can see I'm still spinning a lot. And if I could take away probably another 20 or 30 horsepower, which that will, I think that'll hook up coming around the corners, coming out of the corners better, and help me out. We'll see. I need to order, let's see here. I still need to order a few more spark plugs. The company that I ordered my plugs from only had 6 last time. So I got to order 2 more. I'm going to change the plugs in my car. But I'm also going to order 8 more because that's what I'm going to run in the other car. Because they do add like 5 to 7% more power, which probably equals about 7 to 10 horsepower. Doesn't sound like a lot. It doesn't. But if my motor that he's building is only putting out 400 horse, which that's about what I expect, with the rules that we have to go with and what parts we had to use, 400 horsepower isn't too bad on one of these engines. I mean, the Crate 604 dynoed says it only puts out like 4 man, I think like 415, 420 horsepower, right at 400 foot-pounds of torque. So I like to be, because that is an option. That is. But I would like to, be comparable, maybe a little bit more. That way we have it there in case we need it. 3/8 mile. I've been watching videos. They get it. They do get it. So, yeah. So I am going to, probably tomorrow, unless I hear some news that's going to excite me to go back going on the Iowa car, I may go ahead and try to grind that shim off there, or grind about a 1/4 inch off of that bracket there, and I may go ahead and try to do that. But then we're going to work on getting the car cleaned off and getting this thing ready for next weekend. Still have some racing to do. Still have some sponsors to take care of on this car. Still working on sponsors for this car. Don't forget, if you like your name on the car, I'm throwing my Cash App on every single video. If you like your name on the car, just donate, I don't know, $3, $5, whatever. I'll put your name on the car through my Cash App. Just send it in the little memo there. And that way I know who you are. And we'll give some shout outs. If you're a business, get in contact with me. We can go from there. I have a couple spots left. I got some sponsors, but they're not sponsors like people would think. I've had zero help on this car, which it's nobody's purpose to help me. But it is nice when some folk come together, especially if they know me, to help me out. I help everybody out in life that I can. Help me out and be part of something for the whole team. You're part of the team at that point. I mean, we're all part of the team, in my opinion, because you're a subscriber. But it's a little bit more important, and it says a little bit more if you guys want to put your name on the car. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get off of here. Didn't get a whole lot done, but we made a little bit of progress, and that's all that matters. So like I said, tomorrow I may jack up the rear end and slide the car over just a little bit, maybe about 1 foot or 2. Same way with the front end. And I think if I do that, I think I'll have enough room to put that other axle in, get this seat out of here, put the other seat in, at least get it set in there, and then we can go from there, or maybe we can work on marking where we need to put the clutch pedal and get that going, and then we can put the seat in. So, all right, guys, you have a good night, and until we make another video, you guys be safe. Have a good day.